Hello. That noise is my projector because it's up and on right now. I was watching one of my favorite YouTuber vloggers. She finally posted after 2 months of not posting, and it was a long one. It was like 40, 50 minutes. I don't know if y'all know her. Her name is Colleen Diaz. She's my favorite and she's Filipina. Just watching her vlog, I think it was called Single But Not Alone, and it was just like spending time with her friends. It was a vlog of spending 2 weeks in the UK visiting her friends. It made me miss vlogging. Like, I don't really vlog that much anymore, also because like I'm always at home, and then I do have like I just am not very comfortable filming a lot like in public. Having friends who do that, I don't really miss that because I've never had friends who also like to vlog and create content, at least in like a YouTube form. I'm missing the friends that I never had, but it just made me want to start vlogging again and really romanticizing my life in that way, and meeting people, making new friends with the same interest and passion with the same like interest of just like vlogging and documenting. In this season of not having friends, because I am letting go. I let go of a lot of people. Okay, I know that was a little bit all over the place, but I really have been just thinking about me and relationships, specifically, well, actually both romantic and platonic, but this video focus is going to be on the platonic because if you have been following on this journey with me, I have mentioned a few times in past videos that I have let go of a lot of my friends. I'm letting go of them, I let go of them, and right now I've been in this transition period, and you know, some days it gets to me, it feels really lonely, and sometimes I wonder, did I make the right choice of letting people go, of distancing myself and letting them go to create space for the new, and new people to meet and new people to love. And you know, what's the saying, you haven't met everyone that is going to love you in your lifetime. Like, you haven't met everyone yet who is going to love you, and that's such an exciting thing. But right now I'm a little like impatient. But like I said in the little clips before this, is I want more friends like me. You know, I watching that vlog and watching my favorite YouTuber spend time with her friends, it reminded me that I've always wanted friends like me. Editing me here. When I say I want friends like me, I mean that I really repressed a lot of parts of me at a young age, like elementary or middle school, because I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be liked. Particularly middle school was hard because I did like transfer schools at some point, and then when I was being me, I kind of got made fun of. I got made fun of for shopping at Justice, for wearing bright colors and a lot of colors. I got made fun of for liking Hello Kitty, and was kind of told to grow up. So I learned to have shame in myself and for the things that I liked. And I was a kid being a kid, a preteen being a preteen. If I wanted to fit in at this new school or with certain people, I had to myself a certain way, and I lost myself because I buried these parts of me so deeply. But they're coming back to surface, and I'm like, no, this is who I am, this is who I've been. Growing up is a sham. We gotta keep our inner child alive. And that really is the beauty and excitement of finally coming back to yourself, coming home. But yeah, that's what I mean when I say I want friends like me, because I didn't just recently discover who I am, but it was like recently rediscover and accepting it, embracing it, and owning it. This is not a new feeling. Like when I first started YouTube, or when I was, being a little silly vlogger in high school, there's a part of me that's always been like, oh, I want to meet other fun vlogger, like fun. I want to meet like other people who love to vlog and just put themselves out there, whether it's like on camera or just like, not having to shrink yourself to what's another word, but yeah, mainly like shrink yourself. I want to be surrounded by people who are not afraid to be them, like ecstatic, eccentric, full of life, emotionally expressive. Because I feel like in a lot of my past relationships, friendships, I really just had to shrink myself or tone it down, dumb it down, whether it's in my physical appearance or in the way that I talk and present myself, or in my expressiveness, because I'm a pretty expressive person. Okay, I am owning my challantness. I am not nonchalant, okay? Like, I'm expressive. If something really touches my heart, I'm gonna shed my tears. It depends if my makeup's done or not. But I'm gonna, I'm someone who wears my heart like on my sleeves. I was reading one of my very early journal entries from when I started journaling, because my journal is actually almost full, and I was reading what was going through my mind when I was debating whether or not I should tell someone how I feel, how our conversation impacted me. Because at the end of the day, it was like, oh my gosh, like, how is this going to be perceived? Or how am I going to be perceived based on the way they receive this and stuff? And I was like, you know what, F it. I feel like if something, like a conversation changed me so much, that person should know. That person should know that, hey, like, this conversation really opened my eyes and my perspective, and it was really impactful. I ended up writing a message to that person. It was actually a guy. And I remember, like, when I told my friends, they're like, why would you do that? Or like, ugh, like, there's like, I don't want to be around people who give like a disgusted face when I share like emotionally, or like from my soul, like, because life is too short to be so nonchalant. And then, like, suppress your feelings. And then, suppressing your feelings is only going to turn to, like, a physical illness or disease, whatever. Sometimes I wonder, because I'm lonely right now, like, was it a good idea to let go of those people? But I remember at the time, when I had let go of those people, or decided that I'm going to let go of those people, the answer was never clearer. It was so clear. I remember, like, a voice in my head when I had asked the universe, I don't know if it was the universe's voice or my intuition, was like, yes, everybody needs to go. Because I realized, like, when I made myself back to my real self, when I felt like back to my real self, true me, I realized that most of my relationships and friendships, I have nothing in common with those people except for shared experiences. Like going through school together, like, we're friends because of proximity. But when it really came down to it, what I thought, like, what do I like certain genres for media, books, films, music, I don't have those in common, like, with my friends. Like, even like as simple as like music. I had different friends for different parts of me, different sides of me, my different personalities, right? And I don't want that. Like, I want friends where I can be the full me and they can be the full them, and we see each other's fullness, and we have a very common, like, I don't want to say, like, I don't want friends that are, exactly like me to the T, but like that, the foundation, the belief systems, like, the foundation, I'm just saying the foundation. The foundation is common. It's okay to let go of people, to let go of relationships and friendships that don't align with you anymore. Because I realize that a lot of those people in my life, those relationships, those connections were formed by a past identity of mine that was built on pain and trauma and fear, shame. And when you start to grow out of that or want better for yourself and do better for yourself, you're going to realize, wow, we don't align anymore. I don't align with this anymore. Because some people are reminders, or they are portals to past versions of you, old versions of you that you're probably trying to outgrow. And going back to certain people is like, it's like going backwards into those older versions of you that you're trying to outgrow, or that you weren't proud of, or that, that's just not you anymore. That's not me anymore. So much can happen in the span of a few months, and that's what was going on with me. I haven't FaceTimed someone since the beginning of the year, and if I did FaceTime, if I went back to certain people, I'd literally have nothing to say. It's like what my therapist a few months ago, she told me, just, you gotta let it die naturally. But by naturally, she meant just like, just slowly back away, or slowly be drier, or just maybe don't respond anymore, instead of like, because at the time I was like, oof, should I like send a breakup text? She was like, no, don't do that, let it die naturally. So I'm just letting things die naturally. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty lonely. But something that I keep telling myself in these transition periods, in these long middles, everything just feels so linear and stagnant. And externally things aren't changing, but internally so much is going on. Like, I just keep telling myself, like, this is a chance to really build or put into practice what I want to put into practice. To build the habit of peace, calm, regulating. It is lonely. I do miss some of my friends, like some of the ones that I was like, oh, I'm not cutting you off, but they also haven't reached out. And sometimes I wonder, like, do people just not reach out anymore because I don't have Instagram? When you go off that, when you delete that, like, people reach out to you less. People forget you exist. As someone who has, like, in the past always deleted and created a new Instagram account, and deleted and like permanently deleted and then created a new Instagram account, like, people have told me, oh, like, I forget you exist. Yeah, I mean, it was only like a few months ago that I decided to let people go, most people go, everybody go. I'm just in that waiting period, transition period, where I still need to just build my habits and regulate my nervous system so I can be open to the new, to the abundance and the love. Because this, like today is just a little snippet, a little snapshot of the big picture of my life. Even though I can get lost in my head and be like, oh my gosh, this is forever, every day looks the same. It's just a moment in my life. It's a fraction of my life. And I think I still need to really just reevaluate, is that the right word? What I want in friendships. Yeah, what I want in friendships. What friendships look like to me. What is a meaningful friendship? A lot of me just, like, stepping back was not just, oh my gosh, I came back to myself and I realized we don't align. But a lot of it, like, in the beginning, especially, facing my shadows, it was a lot of it was like, I don't like who I am, and I don't like how I show up for people, or in the ways I show up. So I'm call back all my power, call back all my energy, redirect it to me, so then I can figure out how I want to show up for people that is meaningful for me and energizing for me and the other person. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? You know, it's a whole if you made it to the end this far of my yapping, thank you so much for watching. And if you are going through something similar, just know that this is a fraction of your life, and this is your time to still build your new self, build your becoming, rebuild your nervous system, reset, practice habits, healthy habits. You know, there are things in the background that we can't see, but they are working for us. The divine is cooking up something for us, and we just gotta mind our own business, redirect our energy, call our power back to ourselves, so that we can show up to the world in what is in a way that is aligned with us and that doesn't drain us. And just be open to the love, be open to the abundance and new experiences. Okay, thank you so much for watching.